コットンキャンディーサイヤナイト。
We have known each other for about 6 or 7 years. We met each other in a compulsory undergrad class in our first year of uni. Our friendship started out quite strangely. I needed friends, so when I saw Ash and the amount of fandom crap on her, I decided to test her suitability as a friend. I walked up to her and asked her a series of questions, including, who is Hatsune Miku? What is your favourite games, etc. It is quite strange. However, she answered all of my questions quickly, which meant we had enough in common to base a friendship off. My final question was, how did you get to uni today? And she said,
Sneaks.
So I said, well, I'm driving you home, so we have more time to bond as friends. And she said okay. I did assure her that I wasn't an axe murderer, but I wouldn't be able to prove it until she was either axe or non-axe murdered. I unfortunately don't, and I'm afraid that by not knowing makes me super uncool. What about you, Nix?
Sneaks.
Cool, I think. Kickstarter campaigns are like full-time jobs. Every day I spend hours on the campaign and it is really quite exhausting. It's all of the social media posts and the emails to media outlets trying to convince them to love me, which they usually don't even respond to. Oh, and campaigns are super nerve-wracking. You just kind of sit there and stare, hoping and waiting for the numbers to go up. I am pretty sure it's not a healthy experience stress-wise. I personally love the Vogel twins. Beatrix is just a hottie that is straightforward, so it's easy to have fun with her when writing her, and Nicholas deep down is just a little bit of a creep, and I love it. I believe in our earliest storyboard, when we had no names, they were even referred to as the Pervy twins.
Sneaks.
So, there is definitely going to be some blood, I'm not going to lie to you. However, because we have a whole spaceship, we get to kill people in much more creative ways, so there won't always be blood, but I can assure you, they are definitely dead. Favourite death at this point in time would have to be one of Katashi's, right, Nix?
Sneaks.
So, Katashi loses the game in one of the playthroughs, and so is sentenced to death by die. In his last request, he asks for a strawberry, but the crew gives him a whole punnet. Now, Katashi is very strict with food portions, and this gesture is adorable. Just as he starts eating one, Dai blows him out an airlock. The CG shows Katashi flying backwards into space, surrounded by floating strawberries. What a way to go.
Sneaks.
You heard the lady. Next question. In a single playthrough, everyone can die. Can everyone live? Lol, no. I think you might get to scrape through with like 3 or 4 left in one playthrough. Amnesia Memories and Long Live the Queen. If you haven't played Long Live the Queen, you have to. I absolutely love it.
Sneaks.
I think that means Magical Diary. My favourite sweet food is Cadbury's chocolate, and my favourite savoury food is white rice.
Sneaks.
Absolutely. If this campaign fails, we are planning to relaunch in February, which is statistically the best time to run a Kickstarter campaign. We hope that everyone who has supported us this far will support us again in the worst case scenario of a February relaunch. I'm not giving up on this project, and neither should you. Okay, so when we started out, we spent hours and hours sifting through artists on DeviantArt to find someone who we really liked the style of. This style is simply his style. I really like the Pokemon animation feel to it, as if we're like watching an animated series. I'm hoping that we can branch into dating simulators and point-and-click adventure games at some point. They are all quite similar, that they are all story-driven, and that's what I like in games. That being said though, I'm quite happy living here in visual novel land at this moment. We both really enjoy games like the Danganronpa series and 999 Virtue's Last Reward, and we absolutely love the idea of punishment games that can be found all through Japanese popular culture. Recently, there has been a massive boom of visual novels on platforms like Steam, and that is absolutely wonderful to see. However, many of them are slice-of-life high school romances, and we want blood. I would love to, but I have absolutely no idea. I just say, please draw this, and he does that. I'm sure Nynx here has a better idea than I do, right?
Nix.
Awesome, thanks for clearing that up for us. I don't think it is really that different to any other creative piece. It is very similar to screenplay writing, but when I'm writing dialogue, I like to write it like I would code it. And then when I get stuff from Nynx, it's all formatted like a screenplay and it is a nightmare to code. Thanks for that. Our ship engineer / artist is called Shoji, and he designed it that way. This was before characters had names or even characteristics. Shoji is an absolutely wonderful designer of vehicles. I think if you wanted to know more, you'd have to ask him, and luckily for you, I have his contact details. Considering that I don't, I doubt they do.
Oh, Nix.
Ah, there you have it. You're welcome. I'm a captain kind of gal. I enjoy being goal-orientated, progress, and most of all, responsibility. I get excited paying real-life bills or filling out forms. Yes, there is something wrong with me. However, I believe that it is these slightly unhinged qualities that would make me a great leader. Oh, and I also strive for fair over equal.
Nix.
When a car crashes on a highway, the majority of people slow down, not to help, but to get a peek at the action. And when you add that the people in the car are newlyweds on their way to their honeymoon, however the groom's girlfriend on the side, who is also pregnant, has tampered with the brakes out of heartbreak. Now this is interesting, right? High school sweethearts with normal teenage problems like puberty. Still listening? Didn't think so. That, sir, is Tidehunter. If we're going to be friends, there is one thing you should know. I am horribly addicted to the MOBA, Dota 2. Tidehunter is one of my favourite characters from the game. He's like a giant fish thing that kind of looks like a watermelon. And yes, he's using a hammerhead shark as a weapon. In-game, I bought him a pirate hat. It cost me like 19 cents and was one of the best purchases of my life. I love Dota 2. I think deep down, we enjoy apocalypse stories because a small part of us wants to be the one able to survive. We're all sick of mowing the lawn and social politeness that we are forced to do. No more structure, no more rules. We want to sift through garbage looking for our next meal, being cold and scared all the time. I assume this is why people go camping.
Nix.
Well, that is it from us. Thank you for all of your questions, and I do apologize that Nynx was unavailable. I know. I covered for her pretty well, so it would have been really hard to tell if I hadn't told you. Thanks Nynx from Dota 2 for lending your voice to her, and if we get to do another video, hopefully I can prove to you all that she does in fact exist. Thank you for supporting us, and go Team Quantumers!